She screamed the moment I started zipping my duffel bag, her voice shaking with anger I'd never heard from her before. "You're not taking anything from this house. Hand over that bag." I didn't answer. I just stared at her, the same woman who used to tuck notes into my lunchbox, now blocking the doorway like she was guarding a prison cell. My father didn't hesitate. He stormed over, ripped the bag straight off my shoulder, shoved me so hard I stumbled, and when I pushed back on instinct, he grabbed a fistful of my hair and dragged me across the cold marble floor. Like I didn't matter at all. And maybe to them, at that moment, I truly didn't. That night, I ended up standing on the curb with a split lip, no phone, and the inheritance my grandfather left me, $10 million he entrusted to me, handed off to my sister as if it were some cute little gift. I only said one thing before walking away, tasting blood and betrayal. "You'll regret this. All of you will regret this greatly." And I meant it. They hadn't always been monsters. Or maybe they had been all along, and I just loved them too much to see it. Growing up, I was a quiet kid, the dependable one. I was a son with perfect grades, shiny medals, packed schedules filled with internships and responsibilities. They loved to brag about me whenever it made them look good. But Claire, my sister, she always got the spotlight. When she totaled my car, they bought her a new one without blinking. When she failed her entire first year of college, they blamed the professors. Still, I believed in loyalty. I believed in family. My grandfather did too, and that's why he left everything to me, because I earned it. I was the one who stayed up late managing his accounts, reading contracts to him, keeping his affairs in order, while he spent his final months wasting away in a hospital bed. Claire couldn't be bothered to visit. His lawyer read the will. I was the sole beneficiary. That was on a Tuesday. By Thursday, the will was contested, the lawyer mysteriously dismissed, and a brand new handwritten addenda magically appeared, dated the night before his stroke. Leaving everything to Claire, I asked my parents if they had anything to do with it. My father laughed right in my face. "You don't deserve it. You'll be fine. You can make it on your own." And that was that. I was out, disinherited, disowned, discarded. But they completely underestimated who they had raised. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I vanished. And once I was gone, I started digging. I found the washed-up estate lawyer who drafted the forged document, a man drowning in gambling debt, working on a suspended license. I followed the trail quietly, in mails, call logs, CCTV footage from a bar where Claire met him 2 weeks earlier. I saved every piece of evidence, time-stamped and airtight. Then I traced the money. Before the estate transfer, I still had power of attorney. That's when I remembered the offshore account my grandfather set up, his safety net against the family's terrible decisions. It was under my name, just a portion of the $10 million, but enough to use wisely. I hired a forensic accountant, a private investigator, and attorney who didn't play games. And most importantly, I had patience. It took 9 long months. During that time, Claire bought herself a penthouse to luxury cars, and documented every second of her new glamorous life online. I waited, and then one morning, they all woke up to summonses, fraud, forgery, misappropriation of estate funds, federal charges, and even that was only the beginning. On the day of the hearing, I walked right past them in the courthouse hallway. Claire's tan had faded. My mother wouldn't meet my eyes. My father sneered. "You really think a jury is going to believe your story?" I leaned in, calm as stone. "They don't have to. The bank statements, the footage, the signatures, those speak for themselves." Their lawyer quit before the week even ended. By Friday, Claire was in handcuffs negotiating a plea deal. Minimum 2 years. My parents were held liable for restitution. They were fined, their bank accounts frozen, and my grandfather's house, our house, seized. They lost everything. But that wasn't what broke them. What shattered them was the trust fund. My grandfather hadn't just left a will. He'd left a letter. I kept it sealed for months, even from myself. I opened it the night before the trial. Inside was a code. Access to another hidden account with $4 million untouched dollars and instructions. Use this only when you're ready to leave the past behind. Not for them, for you. I went further. I bought their house at auction for half its value. I didn't move in. I let it sit empty and cold, just like the way they left me. Every week my father would drive by, I know, because I installed cameras. He'd stop at the gate, stare for a minute, then drive away, looking like he wanted to knock but couldn't bring himself to. Good. Let it haunt him. People ask if I forgave them. I didn't. Forgiveness is for mistakes. This was a choice. They chose greed over blood, chose a signature over their own son. They thought I would walk away and disappear into nothing. Instead, I built something. A name, a life. Brick by brick. Built by someone who never forgot what it felt like to be dragged across a floor and thrown out. Like trash. Now I sleep peacefully. And every time I look in a mirror, I don't see the boy they tried to break. I see the man who made sure they regretted it, greatly.